Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Jet 2416 Reloading. Glad to see you back. It's been a long time since I've been back here in the loading room making videos, so I thought maybe it's a good time to do it. It's been a nice day outside and got enough of that, so let's do something inside. I'm gonna load some 223 rounds. Powder today is Hodgdon H322. We got some Speer Varmint 55gr soft point bullets. Our brass is not Norma 223. They've already been cleaned, resized, trimmed, chamfered, and primed with CCI 400s. So today we're going to use the load data right here off the bottle. Hodgdon says this Speer soft point 55gr bullet can get up to a maximum of 23 grains of H322, and that's going to be our load data for today. I was checking out Speer's load data just a little bit ago, and they say on their data sheet that you can go up to a maximum of 24.5. I don't believe I'm going to even attempt that. The last time I shot H322 with the 55gr bullets, it was a little on the hot side. Brass was taking a little bit of a beating in my AR-15, so I'm not going to load them that hot today. We'll save that another time for maybe my brother's gun. He's got a 223 bolt action. Maybe we'll try it in that gun. But as far as the AR goes, I'm not going to load that hot. That's getting up there around the 3,200 feet per second range anyway, so we're not shooting for that today. This is just more or less an opportunity to try this bullet and this powder combination, see what we come up with. So I got my powder measure set up to drop pretty close to 23 grains. I'm going to check a few of them with the scale here to make sure we're pretty close, within plus or minus a tenth, and if we are, we'll continue on. That's 23.1. It's a little heavy. I'd rather be just a little on the light side rather than going heavy, because if I want to weigh these things every time, I'd rather be a little shy rather than heavy. That's 22.9, so we'll sneak it up just a hair. Sometimes H322 gets a little stuck in the powder measure because it is a short stick powder. There's 23. And I get to where I trust the scale pretty much every time, and we'll go ahead and drop the scale. That's 23.1. That still seems just a little on the heavy side. We'll go ahead and drop this one. It just looked like it just barely made it over 23. That's still 23.1. I think I'm gonna give it just a shade less. See if we can get it to cut one or two kernels shy. That's 22.9. That'll be all right. That's 23 on the dot. That's 22.9. That'll be fine. That's 22.9. We'll call that good. That's 22.9. If it'll stay 22.9 every time, I think we'll just go with that. That's 23 even. Alright, I think we can dispense with the scale now. We're pretty good. I'll go check another one. Go ahead and leave that on. That way I can just pull it over here and check every few. probably wondering why I don't just put the tray under there and drop straight into the case, and that's a pretty good idea. But I kind of like doing it this way because it kind of keeps me from spilling. Well, I better make sure I got the... And I did not, so... Perfect. That's a little on the high side. It'll be alright. 23.1, 22.9. I'll go with it. It's not going to do much for our SDs, but you know, this is a practice round. It's not like it's going to be going out here and expecting to shoot 1/4 inch groups with this. .23-0, good. And we'll weigh the last one. 23 on the money. All right. Finished up on the nose. Good deal. Turn the scale off, move it out of the way. Now, we get our seating die and a crimper over here ready to go. These are a nice looking little bullet coming out of the case, out of the box. I looked at them before. I've got another box I've already opened and used a few out of. They're pretty consistent. I'm pretty impressed. It's a cheap bullet. They're not bad at all. Let's see. I think I'm gonna get myself another tray over here. Back this die out quite a bit. As always, for 223s, I'm using my Lee pace setter. Now we're shooting for 2.175. That looks pretty long. Yeah, 2.3, so we got a little ways. So let's take yonder down about a round. .248, so we still got another round. .194. So let's go about yay. 2.1875. All right, let's try another one. .184, so we still need to go down just a hair, about 9 more thousandths. 2.181. I didn't move it much. Okay, so that's 2.177. Set that one aside and go back to the first one. Give it a push. 2.183, so it's still showing just a little long on that one. I'll go ahead and crank her down about A. .181. That bullet there might have a little janky on the end. Let's try one more. .178. Well, we'll go down and see if we can get about there. This one's pretty close. I'll just go back and hit them all about this same number. 2.176. So I think we'll be fine right there. We'll get these other two. Let's see. I believe this was the longest one. So let's see what it turned out. That one's 2.175, so that one's on the money. 2.178, so there's our long one right there. 2.176, so I'll take that. Alright, so while I'm on the go, let's get the crimper set, because I do want to crimp these just lightly. Alright, now it's touching a little bit. We'll go down about a quarter of a turn. Don't feel much happening there yet. There we go. Alright, so we got just very, very light crimp on there. That's all I want. Just real light crimp right around that neck. On the case mount there. Make sure I got it locked right there. Alright, that's pretty good. Yep, that's looking nice. Okay, off and running. These are a flat base bullet, so when I load these, I do give them a fairly good chamfer on the inside just to make sure they don't get stuck or, you know, push down on the neck as I'm trying to seat it, get it started. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but they do have just a tiny little roll on the edge. It's not much, it's pretty slight, but I like to go ahead and give it a good chamfer on the inside of the case mouth anyway, just to make sure it does start on in pretty easy without too much pressure. And then once they get started, they slide right in real nice. They are a really slick little bullet. The finish on them is really nice. Was looking at some channel analytics earlier, and it's been I was kind of flabbergasted that it had been so long since I made a video, or posted one anyway. I think I got some in the backlog there that I have never put up. But even though it's been a long time since I put up a video, we're still getting some channel views, and we got picked up a few more subscribers, so I appreciate that very much. Oh, and another point of note was that it actually got more likes than dislikes, so that's really good. Thank you very much for being kind enough to hit the like button, do some subscribing, even a few comments on some of the videos. That's getting very good. I like that very much. We're not getting big boy style yet, but you know, everything is good. Every little improvement is good. Butterfingers. Glad that was a finished round and not a case full of powder. Ow! Might want to move your finger a little bit faster than that. I think that's the first time I've done that in a long time. Sweet. I'm working on another video the same time I'm doing this one. I just thought I'd pull this one off first since it's the easiest and quickest one to get finished. I started it before Thanksgiving. Today is about close to a week after Thanksgiving now, and just now getting around to finishing this up. Editing after a while. I'm trying to post it tonight, but the other video is of some stuff that my brother and I shot last October, November, I forget which. Reloading some of his brass and loading up some new stuff for my Grendel rounds that I fired that were unfortunately kind of like crap. I was shooting 200-yard target that day with some, well, I'll leave the details of that, what that was in that upcoming video. But they didn't come out very good. They didn't shoot very good that day. I was just a lot of this bad shooting or bad groups. A lot of times it comes out on me because I'm just not having a good day, or I'm not comfortable on the rest, or you know, got the shakes, or my eyes not seeing them, you know, real well, not getting a good scope sight picture or anything like that. But some days I'm just having a tough time and that's on me. And if it's that, you know, I can say so because I'm not afraid to admit it or ashamed to admit it. That's just the way it is when we get older. I'm not going to say I'm just completely old yet. But nonetheless, if I'm having a good day shooting and I, you know, feel pretty good about the way I'm shooting and the rounds are not hitting well, well, you know, feel more comfortable saying, well, they just didn't shoot well at all. But in this case, I think it was a combination of the rounds that I had loaded that day for that day of shooting. They didn't like my gun. The powder bullet combination didn't work out well for my gun. I guess that's more accurately put. And that combined with the fact that I just didn't feel well shooting that day just made it a terrible day shooting. And our range that we were shooting on, I was shooting at a 200-yard target and had a 12-inch center ring, and it looked like a shotgun after 25 rounds. It looked like it shot it with buckshot. So that was not too good. So what I plan on doing in the future, I'm going to take those same bullets and load them with some different powder and go to a different range that I'm a little more comfortable shooting at, and probably set up my rest situation a little bit more comfortable for me. Because down here, most of the ranges, they're just as square across as this table right here. There's no side on it where you can kind of lean in and get forward, put my arm out like I would if I was on a personal bench out in the backyard or something like that. They're usually just like a long run of just a square tabletop, and that's what you get to put down on. So you're usually kind of sitting free without having anything to rest your body on or put an elbow up on, anything like that. So it's difficult to maintain two bags and stay square and level behind the scope. So, you know, being that I don't shoot a whole lot anymore, that it makes it difficult for me sometimes to stay, you know, good and solid behind the gun. But when I do, I usually can do pretty well at staying steady and keeping the the scope on the target and maintaining steady barrel rest. So that's days when I really know if my ammo is performing like it should be or not. So anyway, I probably will have to go back and revisit that same powder and bullet, just maybe with some different components, different load data, things like that. So anyway, those are things I've been thinking about, something in the future to come up with. So you can probably look forward to something like that. If there's something you want me to do, if there's something that I have, they have the capability or the stuff to do it with, just, kind of give me an idea down in the comment and let's see what I can get done. I can't make any big promises when and if I'll do more videos. Well, I am going to do more videos, but I can't put a date on any one time when something is going to play next. That's rather difficult for me to do. I know it just sounds like I'm making excuses, but that's just the way it kind of is. Most things that I need for reloading are hard to get, still quite expensive, and ranges are most within the closest one I guess is about 40 minutes from me. The ones I like best are an hour or better. So I mean, there's that. So it's difficult for me to go and hit the range whenever I feel like, however many times I can load up ammo and just go. So I mean, there's some things that you know, kind of hinder me from doing a whole lot. But we try, and we'll keep trying. But anyway, in the meantime, thank you all for coming to visit the channel, watching the videos, liking, subscribing. Share if you can. Leave some comments, whatever. Tell me what you think about things. I don't have a thin skin. I don't get my feelings hurt. So, you know, if you got some information to share with me, that's great. I'm always willing to learn something new. If we don't learn anything new, we're just being wrong about looking at things. But anyway, that's all I got to jabber about today. Thank you all very much for coming by. We'll see you on the next one.